Welcome to the virtual race brief for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. My name is Wayne Drinkwater and I am the Event Director at GB Ultras. And today we're just going to talk you through some of the key points that you may need to know come race day. The start location for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon is at the Imperial War Museum, Manchester. The event takes place on Good Friday at 6 AM sharp, and race registration is open either on the Thursday evening from 5:30 PM until 9 PM for bib number collection, or it's available on race day morning from 4:15 AM until 5:30 AM. when you can collect your bib number and your GB race tracker. If you arrive after 5:30 AM on Good Friday morning for race registration, you will only be permitted to register and collect your bib number and tracker after the start of the race at 6 AM. This is due to the event team members needing to leave to travel to the checkpoints en route and also marshal positions. The GB race tracker can only be collected on race day morning, so even if you've registered on the Thursday and picked up your bib number, you will still need to collect your GB race tracker on race day morning. Secure the tracker to your pack using a Velcro fastener and then get ready to start the race. At race registration, you have the option of handing in a drop bag, which can be taken from the start venue to the finish venue to be waiting for you there. You'll collect your race number and a drop bag label at the same time. Your drop bag may contain some warm, dry change of clothes for the end of your race, and you should attach your drop bag label to your drop bag with your bib number on it. Please hand in your drop bag at race registration at the dedicated baggage area. This area is available on race day morning only. Drop bags must be handed in before registration closes at 5:30 AM. Drop bags must be no larger than the typical airline under-seat cabin bag size and must weigh no more than 7 kilograms. Larger and heavier bags may be refused transport. Close to the Imperial War Museum, long-stay parking is available. At Media City, there's a range of multi-storey 24-hour car parks that are available, and these are all pay and display. There is no parking available for participants or supporters at the Imperial War Museum due to the safety of runners as they depart the area. Post-race coach transfer. As very limited parking is available at the finish venue, there is also the option to pre-book a place on one of our 2 coach departures, which will take you back to the start venue at the Imperial War Museum. The coaches will depart at 4 PM and 8:15 PM. You will be able to book your place on a transport and choose your departure time via the link in your confirmation registration email or from the race page on our website. No places will be available to book onto the coach on the day, so we advise you to book yours before availability runs out. If you are selected post-race transport at a dedicated time and you're due to get on the coach after the race is finished, then you'll need to meet at the accessible and safe area outside of the rear entrance of Aintree Racecourse Ground, which has been described in the race instructions. As you exit the main entrance exit of North End Sports and Social Club, the Railway Club, you'll exit the venue via the car park. If you turn right as it meets Melling Road, walk around 100 yards, and on the left-hand side there's a mesh fence at the back of the rear entrance of the racecourse. The coach will be waiting for you there with an expected travel time of about 45 minutes to 1 hour to get you back to the Manchester venue. Before the race starts, you just need to check that you've done the following. Number 1, that you've got your bib number. Number 2, that you've handed in your drop bag if you've got one. Number 3, that you've collected your GB race tracker and secured it to your pack. Number 4, please ensure that your bib number is worn on your front at all times during the race. If the bib number is on your front and there's an issue, let's say with your tracker, then you're more easily identifiable with our checkpoint team. If the bib number is on the back of your pack, then we might not see your number. Support teams are very welcome at the events. However, please abide by and respect checkpoint compliance restrictions and parking limitations. Please ask support crews and supporters, which may include family and friends, to respect decisions by the event team. No forms of abuse will be tolerated. There is a dedicated section on both of our race page on our website and in your race instructions which informs anyone supporting you during the event of compliance requests. If your supporters travel to locations where they are asked not to attend due to safety concerns, this can result in time penalties for yourself and/or your disqualification from the race. Pacing. No non-participants should be running sections of the race with you. This is classed as pacing. We want the event to be run fairly across the board on an equal playing field for all participants. Only those wearing a bib number should be running beside you. No pacers are permitted during the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. Anyone found running with someone who is not a participant in the event may be subject to disqualification from the race. Runners must also carry their own mandatory kit throughout the race. When you start the race, you'll be leaving the Imperial War Museum car park, and you will then run beside the Manchester Ship Canal, following a walkway as directed by race markings and marshals. Runners will follow the route until directed by marshals to cross underneath the main road, avoiding traffic, and to then join the Bridgewater Canal and pass by the world's greatest football club, Manchester United. There will be marshals in position, particularly at the beginning of the race, just to help to do our part to ensure that marshals stay on track. You'll then be on the Bridgewater Canal for a couple of miles until directed by marshals, and they will then direct you alongside event markings onto the Transpennine Trail, which will make up the rest of the race. The initial section will be an out and back to Checkpoint 1, Charlton Water Park. There'll be a marshal in position to direct runners off the canal and to join onto the Transpennine Trail. Share the trail. Please be aware that other trail users have got just as much right to be on the trail as you do. Please respect other users and run to one side of the trail rather than the middle of the trail. We'll be marking the race route in the build up to the race with red biodegradable tape at 20 to 30 metre intervals. If there are any junctions or turns, then you'll find a number of these in place to give you that added confidence that you're on the route itself. We'll also have a number of laminated arrow signs throughout the race route and on the back end of the race. The last 8 miles will be using reflective tape to help keep you on track should it get dark, so it's a reflective sticker at the top. If you have ordered one of the 100% recycled optional finisher tech tees for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon, please collect the tech tee at race registration prior to the event. Please utilise your drop bag or give it to your support crew. You'll also have the option of purchasing some GB Ultras merchandise, hoodie, tech tees, as well as vests at the finishing area as well as at the start area. By now you should have also watched the mandatory kit video by Laurie Yates, one of the GB Ultras race director team. You should be carrying the mandatory kit at all times during the race itself. The mandatory kit is the minimum standard kit that you need to carry. If you are found not to be carrying it at the start of the race or during the race at random kit checks, you will not be allowed to continue. If you are found to be without mandatory items of the mandatory kit at the finish line, then time penalties will be imposed. This is the minimum standard of kit. You may decide that you wish to carry extra kits such as an extra base layer, extra socks, extra nutrition, absolutely fine. But this is the minimum standard kit, the mandatory kit, the essential kit that you have to carry for your own safety. During the kit check at checkpoints, you will not be permitted to continue in the race until you have obtained any missing items. If you're unable to do so, you will not be permitted to continue in the race from that point. We recommend that if you have not currently got all the items of the mandatory kit, that you order or purchase these well before race day, as mandatory kit items will not necessarily be available to purchase at race registration. The most up-to-date GPX for the race itself is on the website gbultras.com. If you head over to the event race page and scroll down the page, you'll find the option to download the GPX in the lead up to the event. When we're rechecking the route again, we'll be marking the route and we'll be updating our GPX if there's any changes or diversions along the way. The local authorities are always in touch with ourselves, along with landowners, and sometimes there's urgent works where diversion might need to be put into place. The Manchester-Liverpool route is hard packed and firm underfoot for largely most of the race, so we would really recommend road trainers to be the most suitable footwear for the event. We also want to ensure that there's no litter from race participants and no traces left after the event. So when you have any snacks or food during the event, please ensure that any litter that you have is secure in your pockets or your pack until you reach a checkpoint where you can put it into one of the bins provided. Please make sure that when you're taking your phone out of your pack or anything else out of your pack, that you don't inadvertently drop some litter. Or if you do see something else lying on the floor that has been dropped by possibly another runner, please do pick it up and pop it into one of the bins when you reach the checkpoint. GB Ultra's request for compliance from support crews and also from supporters, family and friends of runners. At set points in a race where there is very limited parking, the arrival of hundreds of support crew and supporters' vehicles may pose a risk to safety of participants, supporters, or members of the public. In these instances, we request compliance of race regulations to support crews, family, friends and supporters. Essentially, the race operates safely by leaving sections of the route clear of vehicles. If a car park only has room for 20 cars and 200 cars arrive, then this is an example of non-compliance, which may result in time penalties being applied by GB Ultras directly to the support crews or the supporters runners, or may result in disqualification if there is repeated non-compliance or refusal of compliance and abuse to the event team. Checkpoint locations for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. Checkpoint 1 is at Charlton Water Park, approximately 6 miles into the race itself. Support crews and supporters are welcome at the checkpoint. There is a car park nearby to the race route, and there's also toilets for supporters and for runners at the car park. Checkpoint 2 is at Dunham Massey and is approximately 15 miles into the race. GB Ultras request support crew and supporters compliance of no support teams being present due to insufficient parking and safety concerns at a busy road crossing. There's also toilets at that checkpoint for the runners. Checkpoint 3 is at Latchford Locks in Warrington, 22 miles into the race. Support crews and supporters are also welcome. Please do not block access or egress to the checkpoint, as we might need it in case of emergency. Or it might be that you're blocking residential driveways or access, so please avoid that. There are toilets at that checkpoint as well, but again, these are for participants, not for supporters. Checkpoint 4 is at Spike Island, which is approximately 32 miles into the race. Support crews and supporters are welcome at Spike Island, and toilets are available for participants only. Checkpoint 5 is at Alderfield Drive, and that is at Speke in Liverpool, 38 miles into the race. Support crews and supporters are welcome. Be mindful and careful of the road crossing there as well, please. Checkpoint 6 is at Broad Green in Liverpool, which is approximately 44 miles into the race. Support crews and supporters are welcome there. There's toilet facilities at the start location and at the finish, and there's toilet facilities at the first 4 checkpoints of the race. So that's checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, 3 and 4. When you look at the mandatory kit video for the race, you'll also notice on there that GB Ultras events are plastic cup-free events. So don't forget to bring your own cup, a collapsible cup ideally for the race, or purchase one from our shop. We do offer a collapsible lightweight cup. This leads on to the emergency instructions for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultramarathon. Only in an emergency where there's a risk to life or limb, please follow these instructions. Number 1, please ensure that you use any spare clothing to keep warm and use your foil blanket, which is part of your mandatory kit. Number 2, trigger the SOS button on the front of your tracker. Just on the front, beside the race tracker logo, there is an SOS button. Hold it down for approximately 3 seconds and that will alert Race HQ that there is an emergency. This is no substitute to speaking to Race HQ on the phone. Number 3, please call 999 and ask for an ambulance if there is a risk to life or limb. Number 4, please call Race HQ to inform them of the emergency. Number 5, please get the attention of fellow runners or passers-by by using your whistle or shouting. This now completes the virtual race brief for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultramarathon. Thanks so much for watching. If you do have any questions, please feel free to email the team at events@gbultras.com and we'll be more than happy to help. Your detailed race instructions will be sent out approximately 2 weeks prior to race day. If you have not received these in your inbox, please check your junk or your spam folder. Please also ensure that you read the race instructions email in full. If it is race week and we might be marking the routes or setting up at the event, or even if it's 1 or 2 days before the event, we can't guarantee that you'll get a reply. Thanks so much for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you to the Imperial War Museum for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultramarathon on race day.